Okay, a few long division examples. So the first one, we're going to divide by 13. It's good to know when you're dividing by a sort of a bigger number, by 13, just what are the multiples of 13 are. So these are all the multiples of 13, 91, 104. These ones are not so common. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 times 13 is 117. Alright, this makes it a little bit easier when you're doing this. Okay, now the important thing is to write this out with a little bit of nice even spacing. You should be nice and neat when you do this, because it's very helpful to have everything lined up, because you want to know what the place values are. Alright? Because what we do is we take 13, we look at the first number, 5. Okay, we can't divide it into 5. So then we move to the second number and combine those. 13 does go into 50, and it goes in 3 times. Okay, so 50 goes 3 times, so that has to line up with the 0, because that's the 1's place. Okay, so, and it goes in with a remainder of 11, because 3 times 13 is 39, which we write below the 50, lining up below the 50, minus that, and there's our remainder. Okay, so now we look at dividing 13 into this new number 11, which of course we know it doesn't go, because that's the remainder. So what we do, we bring the next number down, 112. Okay, looking at our table here, it goes in 8 times. Alright, and 8 times 13 is 104, so it lined up exactly with the 112. We minus that, and 8. Okay, that was our remainder when we divided 13 into 112. Okay, so we know that 13 doesn't go into 8, so we drop the next number down, the 9. 13 into 89, let's look over here, that goes 6 times. Okay, 6 times 13 is 78. Make a line, minus that, and we've got 11. Okay, we know that 13 doesn't go to 11, so we drop the next number down, which is 5. Okay, 115 goes 8 times. 8 times is 104. Minus that, now remainder is 11, and we drop the last number down, which is the 7. Okay, and looking here, bam, 117 is an exact multiple. So 9. And the last step is just to show that this is a remainder, because you can have a remainder. Sometimes you get a remainder, sometimes you don't. Okay, this one worked out nicely. No remainder after we minus the 117. Okay, so just a slightly easier one here. 6 into 2, 3, 5, 7. 6 into 23, 3 times, which is 18, which gives a remainder of 5. Bring the 5 down. 6 into 55 goes 9 times, which is 54, so that has a remainder of 1. Bring the 7 down. Okay, so lining these up, so this 9 is above the 5, so 6 goes into 17 twice, that's above the 7, which is 12, which is a remainder of 5. Now I can actually keep going here, because I've got decimal places. If I wanted to get a decimal answer, I could now go and bring the next number down, which is a 0. Okay, 6 into 50. 8 times, which is 48. 4.8. Okay, and anyway, there's a 2. I guess I don't really need this decimal here. I'll bring the next 0 down. 20 goes 3 times, which is 18, which is 2. 0 down. Another 3, 18, which is 2, another 3, and so on. So you get 8, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. The last example just has one slight difference that you come across when you're doing long division sometimes. Okay, this one just has one little quirk that the other ones didn't have. Okay, 7 into 41, 5 times above the 1, which is 35, minus the 35 is 6. Okay, drop the 3 down. 7 goes into 63 9 times exactly. Okay, this is where we get something different. Well, let's see, because now we've got a 0. Now we drop a 6 down. Okay, we dropped a number down, but 7 still doesn't go into 6, even though we added a number. So we get a 0 on the top. Okay, this is when you get a 0 after you've dropped a number down and you still cannot divide your number into it. And so that means that I've still got the 0. And actually, no, what I can really just do here is bring a second number down, the 1. Just sort of making this up as I go, as you can see. Which goes in 8 times. Okay. So the important thing is I have this 0 here. Okay, then I've got the 56. Alright, 7 goes into 61 8 times with a remainder of 5. Okay. Now this 5 is a remainder, which I should have done on the last anyway. So the answer is 5908 remainder 5, or 5908 and 5 over 7. It was this one here. This one could have been 392, and up here is where I had my remainder. And 5/6, or 392 remainder 5. Alright, you can always make up as many of these as you like, practice them, and of course check your answer on a calculator.